because we did that final level.
Oh.
That was the final level of those of that like track.
Oh.
Well, we're gonna do the final level of the top track, and then we'll do the final level. So these are like, this is 4 tracks, and then that's the final level.
Oh.
These are 4. Nope. These are 4 tracks, and then that's the final level. And then you do these in this order, and that's the final level.
Oh.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah. And then I think it kind of works the same in the new ones, but it's all 12 of them. And then you get the final level at that very end. I just don't like this one because this one has the least fun races. and I also think like it works on like a hard level difficulty thing. Because the top one's the easy one, the bottom one's like the medium one, and then the final 4 are like the DLCs, and they're the hard ones.
Right.
So. Yeah, for everyone who listens in, I'm writing some stuff about psychology that I don't know if it's gonna really like, you know, take off, but it's definitely some things that I've witnessed in my time, and I want to discuss them in some way. Like, I mean...
Oh, I was just saying not that one. I was going towards one of the... Sorry, didn't mean to.
No, it's okay. Like, there's a woman that we may discuss sometimes. I don't think we'll ever really, like, discuss her because she's not really worth the time. But a woman named Lily Orchard. This is why we will not always discuss her. But I like to talk about stupid people. So
Okay, so here's my thing. I do not understand why.
we hate things.
Well, no, why you enjoy watching?
Hate stupid people?
Yes.
Because it's fun to make fun of them.
It,
It's the Chris Chan thing. Like,
okay, he's another one that is like
a freak. Well, he's a freak now, but it was fun to
yeah, but
to
it's
watch
sad.
him whenever he was. Well, yeah, Mom, I know that. The sad aspect is not lost on me. I'm very. I literally have a thing I'm writing now about the dichotomy of Chris Chan trolls, and the literal examples are Liquid Chris and Blue Spike incident. So, like I don't know what you want me to say. I think it was funny. The Liquid Chris thing was funny because all it was a joke on, like, a mirror. It was the mirror joke. Look, I am acting like you.
Right.
I am showing you how you act. This is like, it was all just satire. He wasn't hurting Chris. He wasn't doing anything bad.
No, I know. It's just, I feel bad making fun of people that
Well, I feel bad.
obviously don't know any better.
This is what I feel bad for, is that if they had just left him alone, he wouldn't have done things that he did, and he would have been possibly normal.
Yeah, he's just really, I don't understand him at all. Like,
Because
although it goes back to what I said yesterday, you know, I'm never going to be able to understand I wouldn't do what he's doing, so I'm never going to understand why he's doing it.
Because, like, originally he was just, like, you know, an autistic guy, and he was honestly really normal originally. He hated the gays. He said some things, but in all honesty, it never warranted the level of shit that was thrown at him, in my opinion. Like, that's the problem, isn't it? Is, like, where's the middle line? Where do you go where it's like...
Well, and this goes into, too, like, my whole thing of, like, like, if you don't like something that somebody's doing... You
should probably just...
scroll past what they're doing.
Yeah, don't, like, pay attention to it, because they're just going to keep doing it.
Yeah, and in some ways, if you sitting there saying, like, oh, I don't like the way that person acts, and blah, 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 you're just encouraging them
to keep acting that way.
Keep acting that way because you're
Watching
rewarding
it.
the behavior.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for me, I'm like, I'm just not going to do any of that stuff because to me it doesn't make any sense to like he's just being. I also feel like he didn't have like really great parental role models. He didn't have a good support system at all. I mean, and sometimes watching those things because of all the stuff that you went through, it breaks my heart because
he could have been like me in a way.
Or you could have been like him.
Yeah. Well, I think that's always why I watch it, because that was one way that I think I gave that reason. Because I watch these people so that I know, like, I don't want to act that way. I'm going to act like how I should act.
And I get that. It's just that it just makes me sad because it's like if somebody had just given him the support system that he needed.
Oh yeah, no.
He would have been a totally different kid. And
there's a copy pasta of like an edited version of him, and it's like if Chris Chan was normal. And it's like the saddest thing. It's like the good ending of Chris Chan.
Yeah, which he is not going to have a good ending.
No, he's already gone to jail. He's already done the thing that he shouldn't have done. Like, now, like, this is my thing. Like, should he... I'm trudging into, like, actual psychology here. What was really the reason why he fucked his mom?
Well, that's just wrong.
Well, no. Listen to what I'm saying. What was the real reason he did that? Was it him, or was it the people around him that made him do it? Because he didn't know any better. And he was already so broken, he already thought the world that he created was real in some way.
Well, you are right. I mean,
so
he just, like I said, he didn't have a lot of good support.
No.
And to me, that's just...
Well,
it just hurts because...
Well...
You know, I take it more personally, I guess, because of everything that
you had to do.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that I had to do. I wanted to do it. I wanted to give you every thing that you could possibly have to
but that
support you.
That was always my thing, is that what was the real reason behind him doing that? Because everyone immediately targeted him. They said it was all his fault. When really was it really all his fault? Was there nobody else in that situation that was driving him to do that, or like giving him those ideas? That was always the thing I was more interested in, because we could blame him, but it was obvious that there was something else like going on.
Yeah.
So I always blame more the people that fucked with him, because I believe, if anything else, if he had just like... If his life was different, he would have been that, like, version. The good version of himself. And he probably would be, like, a normal person.
Yeah.
And if he didn't fuck... If nobody fucked with him, he probably would have been, like, just a normal guy. But then again, I guess you could say that about anybody. Like,
yeah, you can.
Like, nah, I'm not gonna talk about that guy. Who's another guy?
I'm like...
I don't want to bring up Mr. Larson, Mr. President.
Oh my God.
Let's not bring him up. Although I want to say, I also do have a thing about him that I'm writing, because it was also another, like, was he fucked up in the beginning already? Yes, he was. But the trolls also, again, pushed him to do things.
Yeah.
So, again, it's always...
Well, he didn't have any...
Again, he didn't have a support system.
He didn't have a support system, but he also didn't have, obviously...
A good childhood.
Yeah, obviously he didn't. He also didn't have a good sense of morality, like right and wrong. And
which is what... I think that's another factor that always comes into it in a way. Ooh. I don't know. There's always more to the story, and a lot of people online just kind of go, who cares? It's their fault.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I think people really do enjoy, and I don't understand this at all.
They enjoy the suffering of others.
They enjoy the suffering of others. They also really, really enjoy, like, just.
Yeah. We're both
they
having a
also
bit of a
really.
problem.
Oh no.
Nice dodge.
They also just really enjoy rattling other people up, and I just don't get that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because it's like, why? Why?
I feel like we need more Markipliers and Jacksepticeyes than fucking half the people that are already online. It just sucks, you know? I don't know.
We just need decent people, that's all.
Yeah. Sadly, it's just not, it's not working.
I just don't understand why. Like, and that's sometimes a lot of the reasons why I don't want to be online and don't want to be doing anything.
Well, that's why I don't have any accounts. The only account I have is fucking like Instagram, and even then I don't even go on it. I just use it for images or
right
for looking at certain things, and even then I don't need it for that. I use YouTube for that.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I always like to
I know, but you enjoy watching them, and I'm just like, I just can't.
Well, because I mean, in a way, there is a certain level of enjoyment because, like,
you're also very curious about the human aspect.
Yeah, I'm a big psychology person. I'm a parapsychologist at this point. Let's be real.
I think parapsychologist is paranormal psychologist.
No, so you can be something para, like a para something like a para lawyer.
Oh.
Or a para attorney.
Paralegal.
Yeah, paralegal. It all means like you're not really a legal person, but you are someone who studies that thing on your own time, and you're pretty well versed in it already.
Yeah.
Oh God, no! Oh God!
Yeah.
I'm in ninth.
See that?
I was getting fucking bounced around. But I'm like borderlining parapsychology because I like to read about a lot of things, and I like to figure out more of the human psyche and stuff. And there's a lot of stuff to be gleaned from the internet, because whenever you look at all that stuff, it shows you. So the thing that I'm working on that's dealing with all these like reports is like the idea of like people will act one way on the internet, which is already a thing that was figured out.
Yeah.
But people will act one way on the internet and then another way in real life. Like they'll just be a normal person in real life, and then they'll.
But
oh my God.
To be honest with you, I see that even in like
the normal human condition.
Well, but even like at work and everything. Like there are definitely people that have like a work persona and then
like a friend persona.
Well, or just an outside of work persona. And one of the things that I struggle with is, or I think that people struggle with me, is that what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
And so therefore, if you're going to talk to me outside of work, you get the same
person as inside work.
Yeah. And that's not always a great thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at being like a certain way at one point, and then like whenever I'm off, I'm completely different.
It's too hard for me.
Well, I think it's a thing you build up like from a young age.
Well, let's put it this way. Yeah, and I'm too old now to get that.
But there's like an extreme case on the internet, because like, I don't know, there was that thing a long time ago, or not long, I think it's still happening, but it's the monkey abuse. Do you know about that?
No.
Baby monkey abuse. People will look at baby monkey videos, and then they'll be like, haha, that's what I want to do to my child, or to a kid. Yeah, it's really fucked up. I think that's what it was. I know Turkey Tom did a video on it. I might have to rewatch it, but that's like basically what it is. And then there's like also a cat one, I think, a version of it. It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. And like,
The world's a weird place.
The world is like fucked up on the internet. Like it's really weird. Like
wow, look at that. I came in second, you came in third.
I
What's
know.
wrong?
What's wrong? We're just having fun. That's what's
There's
wrong.
PD Piranha.
PD Piranha. Yep. And then there's the second whatchamacallit, the second credits. And then we'll do the DLC races, and then we'll get the third credits. But I mean, I'm over here having to come up with new terms because I have to put them all in like a quadrant. Because there's certain people that like are really, they're like not evil, and then there are people who just are evil, and you have to like categorize them. And then there are certain mixes and in-betweens. And then it's all like fucked up. So I don't know, someday you might see a report by that, like from me.
Yeah, from Kart.
You'll see a report at some point someday that's all about the internet. Because I have like people I'm like working on and I'm doing case studies on, and I need to watch their content. And I need to.
Well, and I know, like you were writing. You were writing a book.
Yeah.
And you were watching a lot of police videos, so that you could understand better.
Yeah, that was
like what was happening.
And I needed to learn like protocol, because a lot like I was writing like a hero series, and I kind of wanted to be a little bit more true to like there was a lot more grounded rules. And they're not like, it's not like the heroes were like, that we need to have like the heroes under control of the government. It wasn't like that, but there had to be like certain rules. Cause like shit like MHA and like all that other stuff, it doesn't really make any sense to have heroes just be their own thing. Yeah. At least to me. There has to be like a certain guideline in a rule book to.
Yeah, they should be following. Unless they're rogue, and then that's a whole different thing.
Well, that would be vigilantes.
Yeah.
But in MHA, there's kind of like, it's kind of like a dichotomy, because like you'll have certain heroes that are like, yeah, we don't overtly hurt people, and then you'll have people who like All Might, who like is like a one punch kill kind of guy.
Yeah.
So he's already going to like kill a normal person if he punches them hard enough, and it's just like, bro, like, I don't know about that. Although I guess MHA does have a hero commission, it's never really brought up.
I never really I mean, I watched it in the beginning.
Yeah.
But
you never like
I didn't keep up with it.
No, and I'm reading all the manga more than I'm watching the show, because I think they add so much more shit in the show than they have in the manga. And I also hate some of the character voices. So I like making voices up in my head.
That's the whole thing too of why we watch
subs.
Yeah.
Or not the sub, the dub. Or yeah, the sub, sorry.
Sub. Yeah, that's why we watch that, because a lot of times we like the
I hate the Tanjiro American voice actor. Holy shit.
Yeah, and there's people out there that love
him.
Yep. And
I cannot watch Demon Slayer unsubbed. It has to be a sub. Like, I just fucking hate that voice.
I love the Nazi Japanese voiceover artist.
No.
Oh.
Wow.
So close.
I don't know. I like all of them. I like all three of their voiceovers.
Well, yeah.
Because they actually kind of make sense.
Well, and Rengoku.
Rengoku was good.
Has, like, one of the best.
I liked the Gyoma guy, the rock guy. He was pretty awesome. I like Genya. I like all of them mainly. There's some characters I'm kind of like, eh.
Well, too, it also depends on what you start with. Like, we started with the subs.
Yeah.
You know, so subtitles on there. So,
like, we can't watch Dragon Ball unless it's like Sean Schemmel and
yeah,
Chris
and
Sabat.
Chris and Yeah, it's weird.
Which I was actually learning something. I learned that there's actually some other people who do Goku, but Sean generally takes ownership of it. It's really weird. Like, I have to show you, because there's been some controversies with Sean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know what like the full context is. I don't want to say anything and then be like
completely wrong.
Yeah, but there was something going on because there was some guy who was going to be at a con and it was the voice of Goku, but it wasn't Sean Schemmel. It was some other guy. And I was like, whoa.
Well, but it depends too, because like we know that Goku has definitely been.
Oh. Well, it's definitely a different guy who does the game. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
It's like a sound alike. But for the main show, I'm pretty sure it's always been Sean.
Yeah.
But I think there's been a thing going on that like he's been taking a lot of the ownership of Goku anyway. Oh my god, I am fucking up right now. Holy. Might have to turn on the assisted driving just for the DLC races because you haven't driven them for a while.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to do them.
Yeah, I would find it interesting. I mean, if Sean is taking credit for everything, that'd be really weird.
That would be really weird. It would suck also because I really like that.
Although I have to admit that I do not mind the super old lady that does Goku's
like the 80-year-old woman, the 80-year-old woman who's been doing him since the very beginning.
Yeah, I do kind of like her. And I also kind of like that it is an 80-year-old. I think that's pretty freaking hard.
It will be a very sad day whenever she stops doing the voice.
Yeah.
Just goes to show though, if you take care of your voice, it'll carry you for a really long time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's been doing it forever. I don't know. Just an interesting thing.
What was the there was like another con we were looking at. And it was gonna have some people we were interested in. It wasn't MegaCon, but it was like,
was it that anime one that I found that looked like it was really cool?
Yeah, it wasn't anime. It was like,
I thought it was anime.
what was it? I can't remember.
It was all voiceover actors.
Yeah, it had like a ton of them too. It was really cool. It had the guy that did Angel Dust, and I really want to meet that guy. He's really cool.
I have not watched that.
We should watch that. It's actually not that bad, and if we watch it all in one sitting, we can just treat it like a musical, and then it'll go by faster.
Just treat it like a musical.
That's how you're supposed. I think that's how you're supposed to watch it. They got greenlit for season 2, 3, and 4 or something.
Oh really?
And then they were bringing their other show that she made onto Amazon Plus too. Which that show, I don't know about that one. The first season of Hell of a Boss is pretty good, but
you're talking about Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, but it's pretty.
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty sus.
I think what it's trying to show like messy relationships, and it does a pretty good job at it. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I don't even know who to believe, like, on the front of who's wrong in that entire debacle between, like, Blitz and Stolas, which you'd have to watch, like...
Yeah, I'd have to watch it to actually
even
have a clue.
But I know kind of what's going on, and I was like, I don't really know. It sounds like they're both just stupid, and they both got the wrong ideas from each other.
Okay, if we haven't learned anything from a Hallmark movie,
oh my god,
what is the 99% time? What's the issue? There's a communication issue.
Yeah.
If so and so would have just talked to such and such instead of running off.
Yeah, maybe they should all just watch Steven Universe.
They would learn.
They would just
that.
If you're just honest with each other, it'll make more sense down the line. But sadly, no. Everyone has to have like lies or like like
Well,
hide
or they just
something.
don't even want to. They don't even want to take the time to find out like what was going on with the other person.
And then, well, and I feel like sometimes it's pretty shoehorned in. Like, let's be real. There are some moments where you're sitting there, you're like, bro, why is this woman angry at him? It was barely anything, and it was just a mistake.
Well, yeah.
But I think that's like the whole point is like she was supposed to just communicate. Well, I just wasn't really happy that you did that.
Yeah.
And sometimes they do that, and then the guy is like then the guy just says something really retarded, and you're like sitting there, you're like, no guy alive would say something like that to someone they just upset. I'm sorry. Like there are men that have compassion, they understand, and they don't act like retards. That's when I get angry at it, because I'm like, dude, no. It's not how it works.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes you do have these douchebags and they do act like stupid. But other times, most guys aren't evil.
Most guys are not evil. You are correct.
Same as most women aren't gold diggers or evil also.
Right.
And I feel like that's just something that needs to get like wow. That's something that needs to be like talked about a lot more, because like there's just this weird hate thing that's going around now that like nobody can trust anybody when most men do not give a fuck. Like they're just trying to live their lives at this point.
Yeah.
They're not looking to like cheat on you or do anything. They're just trying to live, and like they try to like do something and the woman's immediately like, you're just trying to like get me for one thing and one thing only. It's like, what? Like, I don't know about that, but okay. And a lot of that could be also like towards like something happened in the other person's life.
Yeah. Oh,
But-
for sure.
But I don't know. I have to always say, like, you gotta give everybody a chance before you.
Oh.
Obviously, if they're acting like a fucking dickhead, then no. Like, that's up to your own discretion what you choose at that point. But you can't just be like, this guy is like acting sus. I know, I got the sword. But this guy is acting sus. I shouldn't even like hang out with him. It's like, bruh.
Well, I mean, but there are times that you do have that instance where it's like, okay.
Oh, yeah, the gut feeling where it's like,
Yeah.
This guy's not good. Just some people are really good at hiding their true intentions.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're sitting there and you're like, I was completely wrong about that guy. He doesn't actually have any intentions. It's just always, it's a mind game nowadays.
Yep. And it's sad.
Yeah. Oh, the sword's up.
I see it.
Oh my god, what happened?
I had no... I don't know. But I got it. The second time. I'm taking it.
So, I don't know. It's too hard to know half the time. That's why, like, even at 21, I'm, like, barely even, like, looking to date or anything. Because, like, you know, not to say that this is all girls, but a lot of girls nowadays, and men, in all honesty, are just more looking to have fun right now. And I get that. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm just not one of those people that's, like, looking to do that.
You want a little bit more substance.
Yeah. Like, I want someone I can actually connect with, and it's just not going to happen right now. So I know I'm just going to have to wait and deal with it in my own time. So, and that's okay. I don't mind waiting. It's not.
Yeah.
It's better to wait for a good thing than mess up and dive headlong into a mistake. So.
Yep.
We're talking about a lot today.
Yeah, we're talking about all kinds of stuff.
We're jumping between topic to topic.
Talking about all the things that we talk about normally.
Yeah.
Talk a lot about the YouTube people.
Yeah, it just gets brought up because I'm normally watching something and then I'll come back and be like...
You have to see this.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I want to watch this guy be a dick?
I was showing her DSP yesterday. And we were talking about DSP yesterday also when we recorded, but...
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Again, like, that guy is like the worst gamer I've ever seen. Like, 10 days, 10 streams to beat Doom the Dark Ages. And he did it so shittily too. And he was begging the whole time. And I'm just like, how?
Well, I mean, and he was messing with his followers, and that was just really...
Well, that was for the, that was during the FNAF stream I showed you.
Oh, okay.
Where he did turn off the kick chat. He turned off the stream to the kick chat. And I was like, why did you do that? That's such a shitty move.
Yeah, he was a dick.
And he's always been like that. I was watching...
I don't understand why people would follow him. Like,
because it's the lol cow thing. They wanted to laugh and make fun of him. And then you have people donating. Like, I don't know. You saw that one thing yesterday.
Yeah.
Where someone donated, like... $1,600 to him, and it was like,
yeah,
what
so
the
he
fuck?
Could get his Switch.
Well, no, it's so
too.
he could get his so he could eat his fucking Burger King meal.
What?
Yeah, that was the whole point of it. That was the whole point. It was stupid and retarded. And then yes, the marathon, which was going to be the Mario Kart World Tour Rush. That was what the marathon was going to be on Thursday. And I was even just like, we're thinking about, well, I don't know. Do we want to stream that? Because we would be streaming like early in the morning. I don't know who would come to that.
I don't know who would come to that either, but I thought it might be fun.
Yeah. And I was just thinking, it might just be better to record, and then throughout the day we upload videos. Maybe stream in the afternoon. More of us playing. And I was just
maybe
like,
we could stream at like lunchtime.
Maybe like an hour, and then like come back a little bit later.
Would that be Thursday?
That would be Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I should be.
It sucks because I almost wish we could have taken off that day.
I know.
But then again, I don't think we were planning to. We weren't really planning to start this like this week. We were just kind of like, you know what, we should just.
We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
And you're finally just like,
we're just gonna go.
Do it. Good time with the Switch 2 coming out. You know, do some new games. I still want to play Persona 3.
Oh yeah, that's like the main game. We have the Xbox Series S set up for that. So
yeah.
And hopefully we'll get that like done and over with sooner, because I just got my the payment for the thing taken out today, which I was like, because I have Game Pass and I need to go and remove that as soon as possible when we finish.
You just don't play the Xbox very much.
No.
And really the only reason why you have it is because of like
the Persona 3.
Yeah.
And there was like some other game that we were playing that I was. Oh, it was Turnip Boy.
Turnip Boy, and we also started Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and that was the only other game I think if we were gonna keep it, it would be for that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just didn't get into it all that much.
Well, it was playing more like an Uncharted game.
It was playing like an Uncharted game, which was fine. But
yeah.
It was weird, and it was weird that they started the beginning.
Like with the reference
I'm literally
to...
sitting there and I'm like, I thought this was a new game, and I'm like, I totally know what's happening right now. Like right this moment.
It was a reference to the whole first movie.
Well, it was the whole first movie. It was the whole first movie.
Well, but it wasn't the whole first one because
well, not the whole first movie. It's the whole intro to the first movie. Is exactly.
Yeah, it was the him getting the.
Yeah.
the idol.
Getting chased after him and a bunch of other stuff.
And then the guy betrayed him, and then he got fucking speared.
Yep, he did. Don't betray people.
You forgot that.
Boy, that's a blanket statement. That's why you don't betray people, because you're gonna get skewered.
Yep. He forgot.
Be a good
that
person.
The light was the trigger. Oh man. No! Please! No! I don't know. There was another guy I was watching that was pretty funny. Because he was talking about brain rot channels, and that shit was actually really funny.
Well, we were watching that guy last night. Was it Colossal something?
Oh my god, yes. We get to talk about him now. Yes, we were watching Colossal's Crazy. He is my favorite person in the entire world next to Markiplier.
He only has like
5 videos.
5 videos.
And one of them is it's not even on his channel. It's on Nerd City's channel. He just promotes it. Which sadly Nerd City seems to have the problem. I forget what it was.
Oh.
But it was like NFT. He was just saying some things, and he was doing some things, and now he's off the podcast that Colossal's on. And I was very upset because I was like, I like Nerd City. He seemed to be a pretty down-to-earth guy. But, you know, whenever you start saying, like, apparently he said some transphobic shit.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, like...
I mean, here's the thing. I also feel like a lot of people, like the whole, like... Okay, I feel like you should be able to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
Even if it is against another group of people. But, I mean...
You should be respectful, and
you can still be respectful. Like, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But
yeah.
It doesn't have to be your thing. It's their thing.
But I don't know. It was, and then he was doing some NFT stuff. Not like, you know, my opinion on that. That's not really a good idea.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He just had like, and I think on the one podcast episode, he had like a meltdown. I'll have to like actually research it because I thought I watched some stuff about that meltdown. And I don't remember any of it. So I'll have to watch it, and then I'll have to like talk about it next time. But yeah, he was being super sus. But I like Colossal. I like Pyrocynical too. Pyrocynical's moved away from drama, and he's gone into more like game content and like cosplay.
That's cool.
He's really good at it.
I think too, that's the other thing. Like, good for him because he's evolving.
Yeah.
He's not sticking with. He didn't feel like he had to stick with what he was doing. If it didn't.
Well, and I think it just was not working.
Yeah, I get.
So, but I kind of miss old Pyro. He was a funny man.
Where we get Yappy Dollar.
Oh my god, Yap Dollar? The one guy that I was watching reacted to him, and he was like, you know what, Yap Dollar? Based. I agree with you. And I was just like, holy shit.
It is pretty funny.
You know what? He is... Whoever made that idea for that account it was genius because it was brain rot.
It is.
But it was funny brain rot because he was just saying random shit. And it was like, Xiao Hong Shu. And that's how he ends every video. He was pretty funny. He must have uploaded more stuff, but there was a video that he actually made coherent sense, and I was pretty surprised.
What were we watching? That they referenced that.
I don't.
It was just something recent.
Did I show you the Beto 999 video? Because he talked about it, and it's pretty funny.
I thought it was on TV. Or maybe I referenced it because something was on TV that made me think of it.
Yeah, there was
totally a thing.
because it was the same voice. Like someone
Yeah.
had found the exact like the voice that they used for Yap Dollar, and they just used it for
Something else.
like an ad. It was really
Yeah.
weird. And I think I brought it up, and you were like, "Yeah, Xiao Hung Shu," and I was like, "Oh my god, it never ends." But I was just really weirded out because like AI is gonna take over. Let's be real. There's no sacred. There's nothing sacred anymore. Everyone can be replicated, and
Yeah, it sucks. I don't like AI. Well, I like AI for certain things.
I think if
But
you
I
use
think that there's a lot of things that people use AI for and they stop thinking.
yeah,
And that to me is where it's a problem.
yeah, because like what I use AI for most of the time is like research. So like there's a thing on ChatGPT that you can do deep research, and it'll like you just ask what you want and it'll do it. But I still have to go out and find like
Well, and that's the thing. I mean,
references.
well, yeah, you can't just take it for granted that it's giving you the most accurate thing.
Yeah.
You still need to verify your resources.
Yeah, and that's what like I've been doing for a while now.
Well, I think I like this one. This is one of those.
This is the one where it just goes all the way through.
I love it.
Wario Mountain. I think we played that one yesterday. Though.
We did play Wario.
I like whenever Yap Dollar starts speaking another language
Yeah.
out of pocket, and he's just like saying like fucking something in Chinese, and you're just like, dude, I don't know what that means.
You know, I have to tell you that there was a moment in one of these races where I totally forgot how to use my extra.
Your extra what?
Like, when you get your thing. When you get your, whatever your box is.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but I was really having a moment.
I don't know. There's been another rise of like just adults screaming at children. I think I brought this up to you too. But like there's like these people like oh fuck. Like Super Origami Kingdom. That shit. Where they're like, oh, okay. Crystal Guardian has to go to the bathroom. So we will be taking a small break, and we will be edited next to the next race whenever we're ready.